How do you fall in love with your husband's coworker? Not me, Ashley did. Let's listen to Ashley's confession together. This will be interesting. Grab some refreshments.
My name is Ashley, and I fell in love with my husband's black coworker at a Christmas party. We had an affair that destroyed my marriage while barely denting his. When I wanted more, he walked away like I meant nothing. This is my confession about the man who made me feel everything and then made me feel invisible. I am 29 years old, married 5 years to Scott. We work at the same tech company, one of those modern campuses with free food and ping pong tables, an illusion that work is fun. Scott is a senior developer, climbing the ladder, obsessed with promotions and performance reviews. I work in marketing, making campaigns no one notices for products no one needs. Our marriage is functional. We share an apartment, split bills, attend each other's work events. But there is no passion, no excitement, no real connection. Scott is boring in bed. The same routine every time, focused on efficiency rather than pleasure. He is emotionally distant, married to his career more than to me. I felt like I was living in grayscale. Everything muted, predictable, safe. I told myself this was what adult marriage looked like. That passion was for movies, not real life. Then I really saw Isaiah at the Christmas party, and suddenly everything was in color. Isaiah has worked with Scott for 3 years. I have seen him at company events, said hello in passing, knew him as Scott's funny coworker who makes everyone laugh. He is 32, black, charismatic in ways that fill a room. Women gravitate toward him. Men want to be his friend. He has that magnetic quality some people just possess. I had always found him attractive, but never let myself think about it. He was married. I was married. We worked together. It would be messy and wrong and complicated. But at the Christmas party, everything changed. The party was at a downtown hotel, open bar, dancing. The company trying to pretend we were all friends instead of people forced to spend 40 hours a week together. Scott and I arrived together, but within an hour he got an emergency call about a production issue. He left, apologizing but clearly relieved to have an excuse to work instead of socialize. I stayed, drinking too much wine, not wanting to go home to our empty apartment. Isaiah's wife was out of town visiting family, so he was alone too. We ended up talking at the bar, just casual conversation at first. Work gossip, holiday plans, nothing significant. But the conversation got deeper as the wine flowed. We talked about our marriages, carefully at first, then more honestly. He admitted his wife wanted kids, and he was not sure he did. I admitted Scott, and I had not had sex in 2 months, and I cannot remember the last time he looked at me with desire. You deserve better than that, Isaiah said, his eyes holding mine. Any man who does not see you is blind. The compliment hit me like electricity. When was the last time anyone told me I deserve better? When was the last time anyone really saw me? We kept drinking, kept talking. The party moved to the dance floor. He asked me to dance. I should have said no, should have gone home. Instead, I said yes. Dancing with Isaiah was nothing like dancing with Scott. Scott moved awkwardly, self-conscious, counting beats. Isaiah moved with confidence, his body fluid, natural. He pulled me close, his hand on the small of my back. Our bodies touching in ways that felt dangerous. I could feel the attraction between us, thick and undeniable. His eyes kept dropping to my mouth. My breath kept catching when he touched me. We both knew exactly what was happening. When the party ended, he offered to walk me to my Uber. We walked to the parking garage, the air cold and sharp. Both of us suddenly sober enough to know we were about to cross a line. Ashley, he said as we stood by my car, I should not say this, but I cannot stop thinking about you. My heart pounded. Isaiah, we cannot do this. You are married. I am married. You work with Scott. I know, he said, stepping closer. I know all the reasons this is wrong, but tell me you do not feel this too. I could not tell him that, because I did feel it. Intensely, overwhelmingly. He kissed me there in the parking garage, pressed me against my car, kissed me like I was something he had been wanting for a long time. The kiss was everything. Urgent, passionate, electric. Nothing like kissing Scott. Nothing like anything I had felt in years. When we pulled apart, we were both breathing hard. That was a mistake, I whispered. Yeah, he agreed. It was, but neither of us believed it. We tried to stay away from each other. For 2 whole weeks, we avoided each other at work, did not text, pretended the kiss never happened. But the attraction did not fade. It grew stronger, more consuming. Isaiah texted me first. We need to talk about what happened. We met for lunch at a restaurant across town where no one from work would see us. We agreed it was a mistake, that it could never happen again, that we had too much to lose. But under the table, his knee pressed against mine, and when we left, he kissed me in his car, and I did not stop him. The affair began in earnest after that. We found excuses to see each other. Lunch meetings that lasted hours. Late nights at the office, when everyone else had gone home. We coordinated business trips, booking hotels in the same cities, pretending it was coincidence. We had sex in hotel rooms during conferences, expensive sheets and room service, and hours of pretending we were people without other lives. In his car in empty parking lots, quick and desperate and wrong. Once, recklessly, in a conference room after hours. The risk of discovery making it more intense. Isaiah was everything Scott was not. Passionate, attentive, adventurous. He made me feel desired in ways I had forgotten were possible. He touched me like my body was something worth exploring. He made me feel alive. I fell in love with him.
Not private. Isaiah has a wife. He does have a wife. And you are married. So what do you mean by you want to be with him openly?
I fell in love with him. Deeply, completely, stupidly. I started imagining leaving Scott, building a life with Isaiah, being with him openly instead of in stolen moments. I told him I loved him one night in a hotel room. He was quiet for a long time. Ashley, he said finally, you know this cannot be more than what it is, right? I care about you, but I am not leaving my wife. This is just physical. Fun. An escape. You knew that. But I had not known that. Or maybe I had known, but let myself believe something different. Let myself think the way he touched me meant something more than just sex. Comment below, and tell me where you're watching from. Have you ever loved someone who just wanted your body? Tell me how you survived it. I tried to end it after that. Told him we needed to stop. That I wanted more than he could give. But he would text me and I would cave. He would look at me a certain way at work. And I would meet him wherever he wanted. I was addicted to the feeling of being wanted, even if it was not the way I wanted to be wanted. The affair lasted 8 months. 8 months of double lives and lies and stolen moments, and me falling deeper while he stayed surface level. The end came when someone at work noticed. A colleague saw Isaiah and me leaving a hotel during conference, realized we had been on the same floor, put pieces together. Rumors started circulating. People whispered. HR started asking questions. Isaiah cut me off immediately. Stopped texting, stopped looking at me at work, acted like I did not exist. He was protecting his marriage, his career, his reputation. I understood logically, but emotionally I was devastated. I tried to talk to him, to get closure, to understand what I had meant to him. He sent one text. We had fun, but it is over. You need to move on. I have. That was it. 8 months of intensity, of him telling me I was incredible, of touches and kisses and whispered words in dark rooms. And he dismissed it all with you need to move on. My marriage to Scott was already dead. I could not look at him without feeling guilty, could not sleep next to him without thinking about Isaiah, could not pretend anymore. I told Scott I wanted a divorce. Did not tell him about Isaiah, just said I was unhappy, that we had grown apart, that I needed something different. He was hurt but not surprised. Our marriage had been dying slowly for years. The affair was just the final push. Scott and I divorced quietly. He stayed at the company. I transferred to a different office in another city. Unable to bear seeing Isaiah every day. Watching him act like I had never mattered. Isaiah is still married. Still working there. Still charming everyone. His life continued uninterrupted while mine imploded. He used me for 8 months and walked away unscathed. Was I a victim? Not really. I made choices. I knew he was married. I knew it was an affair, not a relationship. I just let myself believe I could change the terms. That if I loved him enough, he would leave his wife. But that is not how affairs work. Especially when you are the side piece, not the priority. Especially when you are a white woman, having an affair with a black man who knows that any scandal will damage him more than it will damage you. Isaiah was smart. He protected himself at every turn, made sure there was no evidence, no paper trail, nothing that could be used against him. When rumors started, he disappeared so fast I got whiplash. And me? I am 30 now, divorced, living in a new city, starting over from nothing. I work at a smaller company, make less money, have no friends here yet. I am alone in ways I've never been before. I destroyed my marriage for a man who saw me as temporary. I fell in love with someone who just wanted sex. I thought I meant something and I meant nothing. The racial dynamics complicated everything. Would Isaiah have been more careful if I were black? Would he have felt more secure, less worried about stereotypes and accusations? I do not know. All I know is that he protected himself first, always, and I never saw it coming. This is my confession. I had an affair with my husband's black coworker. I fell in love. He did not. When things got complicated, he walked away and I lost everything. If there is a lesson, it is this. When someone tells you they are not leaving their spouse, believe them. When someone says it is just physical, believe them. When someone protects themselves over protecting you, believe them. Isaiah told me who he was from the beginning. I just did not want to listen. Now I live with the consequences of ignoring the truth because I wanted to feel desired. Now, I understand that being wanted is not the same as being valued. That passion is not the same as love. That someone can make you feel everything and still feel nothing for you. Isaiah is fine. Scott is fine. I am here, rebuilding a life from rubble, trying to figure out who I am outside of the men I destroy myself for. This is what remains. This empty apartment. This small life. This knowledge that I traded everything for someone who traded nothing. And the memory of 8 months when I felt alive, even though I was dying inside. That memory will have to be enough, because it is all I have left.
All right. Listen to Ashley's confession together. And what do you think? I'll tell you what I think first. I think the whole thing started from issues coming from her marriage, and she was looking for an escape, and Isaiah was the easiest thing she could actually use. So I think everything started, or everything fell apart when she started catching feelings, when she wanted more. It was supposed to be an